we got to go ahead and talk about Ian Book because he really wasn't that bad on Monday night. He played pretty bad. They ended up losing 20-3. He got sacked 8 times, but he had no help from an offensive line. And honestly, watching him play, it makes you wonder if he could potentially be a quarterback with the Saints. We all know about this pick six. It was pretty bad. Tries to throw it, ball gets tipped, and that was the second pass of his career, and it was returned for a touchdown for the Miami Dolphins by corner Nick Needham. So you take a look at it, and you just see a ball that's tipped. Okay, it was a touchdown. If you look closer, you'll see that Alvin Kamara was wide open on the backside of this play. You'll see it coming up in this angle. This is the tip. You see it tipped by Andrew Van Winkle, and it just ends up being underthrown because of the deflection, and it's just an easy touchdown. But if you look, Alvin Kamara, who lines up on Book's left, and runs an out route, he is wide open, and he's going to have room to run. See Kamara over there? Kamara on the left side does a little out to the left. Book's throwing it. Kamara's on the opposite side of where the circle is, on the opposite side, 41. He is wide open. As you can see, the corners are all going that way. That's because he threw it, but there's no one there. His man is already moving that way because he sees Book step that way. Kamara is wide open and would be running for a while. But so you saw him miss that play, and that was a huge play in this game. And you see him, he got absolutely killed. But this dude was good in college. People forget that. Ian Book was very good at Notre Dame. And honestly, I think he can be a good quarterback for the Saints if that's the route they choose to do. They have Jameis, they have Taysom Hill. We don't really know much about them. They're kind of both very confusing in terms of what they're going to do with the rest of their football careers. Sean Payton's also kind of confusing. A lot of talk about him potentially going somewhere else, potentially meeting up with Russell Wilson, maybe Russell Wilson coming to New Orleans, maybe Sean Payton leaving. But Sean Payton has expressed that he wanted Ian Book. That's why they drafted him in the fourth round. Sean Payton likes Ian Book, and I think it'd be interesting if the Saints go this way. You have Jameis and Taysom both on your roster, and you can progressively work Ian Book in as he develops. He's definitely not ready to be a starter yet. We saw that, but this team's also missing pieces. Michael Thomas has been out all year. They still have a very good defense, but their offensive line needs to get a little bit better. They were very bad on Monday night. They had some guys out with the COVID, but you give Ian Book an offensive line, give them their weapons back, and I'm sure they could figure out a system because they're still going to be a run-first team no matter who the quarterback is. They have Kamara, and he's a top back for a reason. Kamara is a very good player. But Sean Payton has shown that he likes Ian Book, and maybe that's the route he wants to go. Maybe he wants to come in and prove that he's such a good coach he can win with any quarterback, and that's why he's going to have Ian Book be his guy, and he's going to really forget about Jameis. I believe Jameis is on a 1-year contract, so he could be a free agent after the season, or he was on a 2-year contract when they brought him in, and I don't know how many years he got left. I believe he's going to be a free agent, if maybe not 1 year left. I know they just signed Taysom Hill, but Taysom Hill kind of does everything. He's not really locked in to be a quarterback the way Jameis is, so maybe you have Jameis for another year, another year of Jameis and Taysom combo, and then it moves to an Ian Book Taysom combo, and then that progressively moves to an Ian Book's your quarterback, and you just let Taysom Hill go because Taysom Hill's kind of older. I believe he's in his 30s. He's been around for a little bit. He was at BYU for all 4 years, and he's older. For the type of play he plays, he's not going to be around too much longer. It's gonna take a toll on his body to do that type of literally everything he does: block, play quarterback, run, all the stuff he does. He's not gonna be able to last as long as Drew Brees did, playing the way he plays. So that's why I think Sean Payton likes Ian Book. Ian Book's mobile. He was good in college at just winning games. He played with Kyron Williams, so a run heavy offense in Notre Dame. He knows how to handle the run game, and that's what they're going to do with Kamara. He's just got to manage that. That's really all you got to do. They have some good receivers, Marquez Callaway. A lot of you guys said they're going to have Michael Thomas back, and they'll figure it out with Kamara to work that in. They'll figure out the offensive line. They're always going to have they're not always, but they have a good defense. Their defense is going to be good for a couple more years, at least assuming they're going to rotate guys in, new guys in, and make it even better. But Sean Payton knows what he's doing. I think the way he's going to stay in New Orleans is Ian Book's his guy. He's going to make Ian Book his quarterback. I don't think it's the most unrealistic idea to say that Ian Book could be the Saints quarterback in a couple of years. And I think a lot of people would be surprised by me saying that, but I think it's possible. Jameis is very interesting. We all know about Jameis. Like, they were 5-2 with Jameis, but Jameis has injury issues. We saw that with his torn ACL, but Jameis has also had off the field issues, and it's not really clear to me how much Sean Payton likes Jameis Winston. It seems to me that he likes Ian Book a little bit more. I don't know why, but Ian Book's definitely more mobile than Jameis is, and Sean Payton showed his interest in Taysom Hill's running ability. So we'll see where they go, but It's just something you got to pay attention for. Ian Book's definitely a guy that could be on Sean Payton's radar. Maybe this is thought he's had in his head, but we'll see where it goes. Ian Book wasn't that bad. He missed that throw on that pick six. Who knows what happens if they get it to Kamara? That whole drive's different. Outcome of the game is maybe different, but don't be surprised if Ian Book ends up starting a lot more games for the Saints at quarterback. I think Sean Payton lights him, and I think it's a real possibility.